Hey, what's up guys? Nick here. Hope you're having a great Monday. Just want to shoot a quick video just here at the bank. Going to deposit a couple checks. Here with the boy and the dog. Ruby, say hi. I want to make a quick video answering a couple questions that I got the other day in an email. I've answered these before, but I think it's, sometimes it's a good reminder. And for those of you that may be new to the channel, maybe you haven't, seen the other videos yet. So question number one is, what keeps people from doing this themselves? And the answer, guys, is nothing. People can do this themselves. They can file their own claims, and some will. You have to remember, this is a service-based business, and in any service-based business, there will always be a percentage of people that will elect to do the service themselves. I always use this example. Changing the oil in your car is very easy. Anyone can do it. They can watch a 10-minute YouTube video, learn how to do it, go do it themselves, and save that cost of having to drive down to Jiffy Lube and get it done for them. Most people elect to have it done for them, right? Because they don't want to get messy, they think they can't learn, whatever is the reason, or they just don't have time. Same goes for the overage business, guys. People can do it themselves. The vast majority elect to have it done for them. So, and you should acknowledge that with your prospects. Say, hey, you don't need me. You could do this yourself if you want. And then educate them on the risks and the pros and the cons of doing it themselves versus using an experienced recovery specialist like yourself, okay? Question number two is, who is the competition and how do we beat them? I'm going to take a little different approach on this, okay? Obviously, the straightforward answer is, well, your competition is anyone that's doing the business, right? How do you beat them? Being faster, providing better service, better experience, being able to negotiate better. There's lots of different tactics that you can use to be able to get more cases, and we cover those right in the course. Here's the other part of that though, and this is something that is a little different way to think of things, okay? Your biggest competition is the person you see in the mirror. And what do I mean by that? I see this all the time, guys, because, obviously I'm doing the business. I've gone through the growth over the last 7 years, and I see the mistakes that a lot of you are also making, both as my students, and maybe you're not a student, but you reach out to me and you tell me your issues, and I can see what the problem is, okay? I'll use this example. How many of you have had a conflict, or you have been hesitant to make your phone calls and to reach out to people? Or how many of you have a process that you followed, like maybe you've learned a process, but you decide to do the process differently? Okay, two examples here. Number one, if you're hesitant to make cold calls, why is that so hard? Well, it's because we have this thing called an ego, okay? And I learned this phrase, it's been very helpful to me. Your ego is not your amigo. Remember that, guys. And so when we go to make calls and we are hesitant to do so, it's because our ego is trying to protect itself from rejection. We fear rejection. We fear someone telling us no. We fear getting cussed out at. And that damages our ego, right? And so what you need to do is you need to tell your ego to shut up, and you just need to do the thing that you know you need to do. Not because you love to do it, but because it will bring you the results you're looking for. You don't make cold calls because you love to make cold calls. If you do, awesome for you. You're one of the few individuals that love cold calling, and this business should be easy for you. For the majority of us, we don't like to cold call, but we do that so that we can get deals and get paid for our service. So we do the thing that we may not want to do so that we can get the result we're looking for. And that requires us to risk having our ego damaged at the end of the day. Second example, if you have a process, maybe you've invested in my program or someone else's program, and you decide that you're going to change things, you're going to change the way it's done because you think it's better, I very, very strongly advise you and warn you to be careful of doing that. Specifically when it comes to using attorneys, guys. There are so many pros to using an attorney that outweigh the cost. But I see this all the time. Y'all ask, what state can I work that doesn't require an attorney? Or I'm going to do this without an attorney and see how it goes. By all means, do that. But realize that you do so at your own risk and your own peril. And don't be surprised when you come up with a problem that could have been avoided if you had used an attorney in the first place. So that also plays into our ego, right? Our pride. We think we know better, which, cool, maybe you do. But if you elect to not follow a proven process and a proven system, do so at your own risk, okay? All right, so the real competition is yourself. And that's the biggest person you need to overcome. So how do you beat out your ego? Understand what it takes, what you need to do to get the result you're looking for, and go do that thing. Even if it requires you to put yourself out there, requires you to do something you don't want to do, requires you to do something that may be painful. That's business. That's business. Okay. I'm here to help you guys. I've got my process laid out for you that you can always use. So you can go to school.overagecourse.com. If you haven't yet gone to overagesyndicate.com and seen my training series, I just put up a new one like last month. So if you haven't been there, go to overagesyndicate.com and watch the free training videos. And that will be a good starting point for all of you. Okay? All right, guys, that's it. Have a great day.